James Ferguson and I, and Joseph Jockle and Richard Goet, a few of us have been jumping up and down for quite some time, saying that Canadians and Americans have to invest and understand the importance of NORAD. Because if they don't, it can simply be marginalized or disappeared. Regularly, there's a conversation. We have US Northcom, we have the Canadian Joint Operations Command. Why do we need what looks like a middleman in NORAD? But NORAD is so special because it's binational. And so you have Canadians and Americans working seamlessly, jointly in the defense of not Canada and not the US, but North America. And that is a unique view that nobody else in the world has. And as a result, I think they see patterns of activity and potential threats in a more holistic way than perhaps if one is focusing only on one country and one domain of threat. So that speaks to the marginalization. In terms of what needs to be done for modernization, the document is available to the public and has been signed off by Justin Trudeau and both Presidents Trump and Biden. And it outlines the 4 priorities that need to be addressed to modernize NORAD and improve continental defense. And the first one is better domain awareness. And that'll be achieved by both new radar systems, by tweaks to existing radar systems, perhaps the introduction of artificial intelligence, but also more emphasis on research and development to stay ahead of technology, because that keeps evolving, to think about how NORAD is organized, to take advantage of the fact that we have allies and partners around the world with important information. NORAD, of course, has a global area of operations. So when it comes to a warning function, there's no limits in terms of what they can think about and assess in terms of a potential air or maritime threat to North America. That's a huge advantage. And so we need to take better advantage of the fact that we have allies and partners around the world. So for example, in the case of the recent air objects and the Chinese surveillance balloon, how many other allies perhaps knew about the balloon or didn't know about the balloon, and whether information was passed along? Because certainly in the case of a Chinese surveillance system, this is not just a North American problem, this is a worldwide problem. And so this is where we're seeing NORAD sort of expanding in scope because of the access to intelligence and information they can have. And that alone is a huge step towards modernization.